What's happening, everybody? Dave Bowen, the last honest marketer, and today in this video I want you to pay close attention because I'm going to talk about something very, very important. Something that's not only very important to your business, but something that's very important to your life. Okay? And what that is the self-image, your self-image, and what's called the SnapBack Effect. I listened to a daily call in the morning, mindset call, and they've been talking about this, okay? And I think it's very important because, you know, I've seen it happen in my life, and you know, when I explain it, you may have seen it happen in your life, okay? As you can see, I'm actually out back here of my house. It's actually getting ready to storm, so try to make this video quick here. But this is something that I really wanted to get out to you. I want to give you tons of value in this video because I'm telling you, this is important here, guys. So pay close attention. Stop everything you're doing. You know the drill. Close out all the windows. Pay close attention. So, you know, have you ever, well, yeah, of course you have. You know, take a rubber band, for instance, and, you know, you pull that rubber band, you stretch it, and then you let go. What's going to happen? It's going to snap back to its original state. Okay, so that is the same thing in life. Have you ever tried to lose weight? Okay, and you know you hit it hard. You know you're working it really hard. You lose some weight, and then all of a sudden you gain that weight back. Okay, or maybe you can talk about in your business or in your job. You know, you've got this goal, this motivation to hit a certain goal, to do something in your business or in your job, and maybe you hit that goal, and your goal is to keep doing that, you know, every month or whatever it is, keep getting that result. And what happens is, you know, it snapbacks and you stop hitting that goal. You know, now why is that? Okay. The reason that is because you are holding a self-image of yourself inside, whether you know it or not, of who you are. So for instance, the person that's trying to lose weight, and this has happened in my life, I've had this goal, you know, work out, and I'll work out for a couple months, maybe 6 months, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm back to where I was. And the reason that is because you're holding that self-image in your mind of I'm a fat person, or I'm a person that's meant to be out of shape, or a person that's not meant to be fit and healthy. Same thing that goes with business, okay? If you have the self-image in your, you know, in your mind that you are, let's say, a $3,000 per month earner. That's the average American income, $3,000 per month. The average family in America earns $3,000 per month. Now, why is that? That's because they have that self-image. First of all, it's because the news media projects that out there, that, hey, the average is $3,000 per month. So, you know, people subconsciously get that in their mind that, hey, that's what I need to hit. You know, just be average. You know, and that's what happens. People view themselves as an average person or as a $3,000 per month earner, and what happens is that's what they get. There's a book that this comes from that's called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. It's an incredible book. I recommend that you pick it up and read it. And he made this discovery. He was a what's the word? I'm a plastic surgeon. And, you know, he realized that why, you know, he had this question in his mind that why is it that I can do plastic surgery on somebody and it can change their life, but then yet I do it on somebody else and it makes them stay the same or worse? And that's because of the self-image. And there's a story in the book that talks about a salesman. You got to remember this was written back in the 60s. And it talks about a salesman that made $5,000 per year. Okay, he was a traveling salesman and went door to door and things like that, business to business. And so the bosses thought, well, why don't we give this guy an easier territory? Maybe he can, you know, he should be able to earn some more money. So they gave him an easier territory, and guess what happened? He made $5,000 that year. So they said, okay, that's weird. Let's give him the hardest territory we got. So they give him the hardest territory that they had, And what happened? He earned $5,000 that year. Now, why is that? That's because of the self-image that he had of himself being a $5,000 per year earner. And what would happen is, with the easier territory, he would let, he would do some work, and once he earned the money that he wanted, he would slow down. He would stop instead of, keep going so he could earn more and more and more. He would stop at that, that number. And then when he went to the harder territory, he would work hard. He would work hard. And then once he got to that number again, he would stop. So, again, it's so important to take an inventory. That's one thing, being a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, that's one of the steps that I had to do, which is take a searching and fearless moral inventory of myself, of all the wrongdoings that I did, all the character defects that I had, and I had to go through those and identify those and really find out why. Why I did those things and why I had these character defects, and then I had to get rid of them. And that's what you need to do with the self-image, is you need, and it's so funny because Napoleon Hill talks about this in his book, Think and Grow Rich, that, everybody should take a moral inventory of themselves. Really search inside themselves and figure out why certain things are happening, or habits that are bad, habits that are bad for you, and really identify those and change those. So I recommend to you that you really get a pen and paper, write down what you think your self-image is, what you think in your mind your self-image of yourself is, and realize that does not have to be true. If you view yourself as someone who's supposed to be out of shape, or you view yourself as just an average person, someone that just makes, $3,000 per month, or whatever, write that down and then say to yourself that this is not the way that it has to be, okay? That I'm going to create a different self-image of myself. I'm going to create a self-image of stuff that I want, and really read that every morning and night. In Think and Grow Rich, there is something called the self-confidence formula, okay? And, you're supposed to read it every day and spend 10 minutes a day building up self-confidence for yourself. And that really helps. That has to do with the self-image. So, and the reason that we as a company in the Empower Network and it really in the network marketing industry as a whole tell you to read every single day and listen to an audio every single day is to change that self-image. You've probably heard me say this before, but it's to brainwash you. See, brainwashing isn't always a bad thing. It's only a bad thing when it's used for bad reasons. Okay? My brain needed washing. It still needs washing. That's why I listen to audios every day and read books every day, because I know whatever I fill my mind with, it's going to come out. Your external circumstances are a direct mirror reflection of your internal circumstances, okay? So if you do not like your external circumstances, go into yourself and find out why you're getting those. Guys, this is powerful stuff here. And like I said, my goal was to give you tons of value in this video to help you break through in your business. That's my life's purpose, is to help people break through, to help people achieve everything that they want in life, to help people become someone that they never thought that they could, to help people search inside themselves and find something that they never knew that they had. I'll tell you, over the past 7 or 8 months, it's been an incredible journey. I went from just a regular old car salesman working a regular old job to somebody who's now inspiring others and creating a legacy, creating a dynasty for myself, and changing people's lives, not only changing other people's lives, but changing my life, and it's just been incredible, the personal development that I've gone through, the change inside myself that I've gone through, and I want to help you to achieve the same thing. I want to help you to achieve the same thing. And I forget who said it, but there's a quote that says, if you're not growing, you're dying. If this grass right here didn't grow, it would die. If those trees back there didn't grow, they would die. So why is it that we as human beings, Why don't we grow? You know, so many of us just are, you know, mediocre. Just, you know, the status quo. We just think, you know, oh, we just got to be the status quo. We just got to be average. And I'm telling you guys that that is not the way life is meant to be. Life is abundant. There's so much abundance in this world. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, when a farmer puts down, you know, seed, does he just get one, or does he get, you know, multiples? He gets multiples. You know, if the universe wasn't abundant, we wouldn't have everything that we have today. You know, we wouldn't have all the food, the trees. I mean, everything, if the universe wasn't abundant. And trillions and trillions of dollars are made every single day, guys, every single day. So there's enough out there for you, and you just got to believe that you can achieve it. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. It's not that it will achieve, it can achieve if you allow it. Just like T. Harv Eker says in his Secrets of the Millionaire Mind book, that if a human being was a tree, it would only grow to be like 20 feet tall. Now you look at some of these trees out here, and you know, they're massive. And I've done this in a previous video that I did, but you know, it's like we as human beings we have self-limiting beliefs. We think that there's only so much that we can achieve, when really we can achieve anything that we want in life. And I just got done watching a video that really, really inspired me. And maybe I'll send you a link to it. I'm probably going to do a blog post around it, and maybe I'll send that to you in the next email I send, maybe tomorrow or something. But you know, and I've heard this stuff before, but did you know that Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for having lack of imagination? For having lack of imagination. Did you know that Albert Einstein could not speak until he was 4 years old, and his teachers told him that he would never amount to much? Did you know that Abraham Lincoln was defeated in 8 elections? 8 elections. I mean, guys, we can achieve anything that we want, and the key to it, is just to never, ever give up. You know, successful people get up when they get, you know, knocked down. That's the key. The key isn't how fast can you achieve success. The key is how fast can you get up from being knocked down. You know, I've been knocked down a lot in the past 7 months, guys, but the key is that I've never given up. You know, I've never given up. And I know that the only way that I can fail is that if I give up. And the same goes with you. The only way that you can fail at anything, and I don't even like calling it failure, you know, and I don't know what other word to call it, but it's more of a learning experience. I don't think there is any failure unless you quit. The only failure is when you quit. Now, if you keep moving on, they're lessons. They're lessons in life, guys. And it's just so important to keep going. So that's all I have today, guys. Take this information, do with it as you please, but I'm telling you, if you take this information, you take an inventory of yourself, you really look at your self-image, and you make a conscious effort to change that self-image to the person that you truly want to become, the person that you should know that you can become, it will change everything for you. So, love you guys. I'll talk to you later.